Certain PNP applicants are now eligible to apply for open work permits under the new public policy. Hi everyone, my name is Shivani and I'm a licensed immigration consultant based in Waterloo, Ontario, and I'm also the founder of Zest Immigration Services Incorporation. This channel is all about Canada immigration related updates, news, new programs, their eligibility criteria, and so on. So if you are into these topics, then please do consider subscribing this channel and also hit the bell icon so that you get notified every single time I post a new video. In this video, we're going to look at detailed explanation of the new public policy for PNP applicants eligible for open work permits. Let's start with an overview of this policy. Canada has introduced a temporary public policy that enables certain provincial nominee program applicants to obtain open work permits. This policy is designed to facilitate the transition from temporary to permanent residency for those already living and working in Canada, contributing to the economy. The policy provides greater flexibility and security for temporary residents while they await their permanent residency status. Why this policy is important? Well, this policy represents a significant shift in how Canada is managing the balance between temporary and permanent residents. The goal is to retain skilled individuals who have already demonstrated their ability to contribute to the Canadian economy. By allowing these temporary residents to obtain open work permits, Canada is helping them remain in the workforce and continue their contributions while their permanent residency applications are processed. Now let's take a look at the key aspects of this policy. First, effective dates and temporary nature. This policy is temporary, guys, so it's not permanent, so keep that in mind, and it is in effect from the date it was signed, and it's there until December 31st, 2024. It is subject to change or revocation at any time without prior notice, so eligible individuals should act promptly. Number 2, who can benefit? The policy is specifically for individuals involved in the provincial nominee program. Eligible applicants include those who currently have a valid work permit or had one that expired on or after May 7, 2024, or have applied for a work permit extension. Number 3, support letter requirement. To benefit from this policy, applicants must provide a support letter from the province or territory where they reside. The support letter must confirm that the applicant is either in an expression of interest pool or being considered for the PNP. Now let's look at the eligibility criteria. The policy outlines 3 main categories of eligibility based on the status of the applicant's work permit. Number 1, for applicants with a valid work permit. Current valid work permit. You must currently hold a valid work permit. Application for new work permit. You must have applied for a new work permit under Section 200 of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Regulations. Support letter. You must provide a support letter from your provincial or territorial government confirming your participation in an expression of interest pool or similar process. Number 2, for applicants whose work permit expired on or after May 7, 2024. Expired work permit. Your work permit must have been valid on May 7, 2024 and has since expired. Application for new work permit. You must have applied for a new work permit and either requested an extension of your temporary resident status or applied to restore your status. Support and employment letters. You need to provide both a support letter from your province or territory and a letter of employment from your current employer. Number 3, for applicants who have applied for a work permit extension. Work authorization on May 7, 2024. You must have been authorized to work under Section 186U of the regulations on May 7, 2024. Extension application. You must have an extension application that is still pending or has been approved. Support and employment letters. Similar to the other categories, you need to provide a support letter from your provincial or territorial authority and a letter of employment from your current employer. Difference between this public policy and the Bridging Open Work Permit. Bridging Open Work Permit. The Bridging Open Work Permit is designed for applicants who have already submitted a permanent residence application under specific economic immigration programs, including the PNP. The BOWP allows these applicants to obtain an open work permit while their permanent residence application is processed, helping them remain employed in Canada. Versus this new public policy. Under the new public policy, you do not need to have applied for permanent residence to obtain an open work permit. The key requirement is a provincial letter of support, not a permanent residence application. This policy provides an alternative pathway for temporary residents who are in the process of being considered for the PNP but have not yet applied for permanent residency. Difference between a letter of support and a PNP nomination. PNP nomination. A PNP nomination is an official endorsement from a Canadian province or territory. It indicates that the province or territory supports the applicant's intention to settle there and contribute to the local economy. The nomination is a crucial step in applying for permanent residence under the PNP. Versus letter of support. A letter of support is issued by a province or territory, usually after a PNP nomination, and allows the applicant to apply for a work permit. Some provinces like Manitoba issues letter of support based on the applicant's expression of interest even before a formal nomination. This letter is necessary to benefit from the new public policy as it confirms that the applicant is actively being considered for the PNP. Impact on temporary residents in Canada. For temporary residents in Canada who are participating in the PNP or being considered for it, this public policy offers a valuable opportunity. The first thing is job flexibility and stability. By obtaining an open work permit, you can have a greater job flexibility and stability. Continued employment. The policy ensures that you can continue working in Canada while your permanent residency application is being processed, reducing the risk of unemployment. And the third is pathway to permanent residency. This policy aligns with Canada's broader goal of converting skilled temporary residents into permanent residents, recognizing their contributions to the country. So now that we know what's the policy all about and what are the requirements, but now let's take a look at next steps for eligible applicants. If you believe you're eligible for this policy, here are the next steps you should take. First, gather documentation. Obtain a support letter from your provincial or territorial authority. Secure a letter of employment from your current employer if applicable. Number 2, apply for the open work permit. Ensure that your application includes all necessary documentation to take full advantage of this policy. Number 3, stay informed. Keep track of any updates or changes to this policy as it is a temporary policy and is subject to change at any time. And make sure to follow reliable sources for immigration news, such as subscribing to my YouTube channel, where I provide updates on immigration policies, news, related programs, their eligibility criteria, and so on. This new public policy represents a proactive approach by Canada to retain skilled workers and make the transition to permanent residency smoother and more secure for temporary residents. If you are eligible, taking advantage of this policy could provide significant benefits as you move towards becoming a permanent resident of Canada. So this is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact us at www.zestcanada.ca. Or if you wish to discover your immigration options, or if you wish to discuss your case, then simply go to the description box of this video where you'll find the links to book an appointment or to book a case assessment with me. I'll be more than happy to assist you guys. Wish you all the very best and see you guys in the next video.